Is Johnny Depp staging the most daring comeback of his career? Or is this his final curtain call? In the first glimpse of his new film Daydrinker, Depp looks almost unrecognizable. Gritty, broken, raw, and with Penelope Cruz by his side and a rising European director behind the camera, this might be the role that redefines him forever. But behind the scenes, this transformation isn't just physical. It's personal and emotional, and dangerously close to real life. So buckle up, because what's coming isn't just a film. It's a revelation. When the first image of Johnny Depp in Daydrinker dropped, the internet didn't know what to do with it. Gone was the sharp-jawed, eccentric trickster we've seen in everything from pirates to fantastic beasts. In his place stood a ghost of a man, scruffy, sunken eyes, a face that's lived through wars most people wouldn't survive. It wasn't just acting. It looked like trauma worn like a second skin. Long tangled hair, sallow skin, wrinkled clothes hanging off a weary frame. He wasn't just playing a broken man. He was embodying one. And the internet noticed. Wait, that's Johnny Depp? Flooded the comments. But this wasn't about vanity. This was a statement. This was Johnny shedding every Hollywood expectation and embracing a role that demanded his soul. And we hadn't even heard him speak yet. Daydrinker isn't some flashy redemption tale. It's a slow, painful descent into one man's quiet hell. Depp plays a former jazz musician wandering through Lisbon, Portugal. Once filled with promise, he now spends his days drowning in booze and grief, haunted by the loss of his wife. Bars replace stages. Silence replaces applause. He doesn't live, he drifts. Then he meets her, a mysterious woman played by Penelope Cruz. At first, she seems like a flicker of light in the shadows. But this isn't a fairy tale rescue. It's an emotional minefield. Their connection is instant and dangerous. Their bond spirals into obsession, entanglement, and secrets neither of them are ready for. The story unfolds like jazz, unpredictable, tense, full of painful notes that linger long after. Quick check-in. If you're into raw, emotional stories and transformations like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We've got more deep dives on the way. This isn't the first time Depp and Cruz have shared the screen, but Daydrinker might be their most electric collaboration yet. They've tangled in drug-fueled crime blow, pirate adventures on Stranger Tides, and classic mystery, Murder on the Orient Express. But this film? This one goes darker. There's no CGI, no elaborate costumes, just two actors stripped down to their bare emotional cores. In a recent interview, Penelope said it best. Johnny is fearless. In Daydrinker, he's more vulnerable and more human than I've ever seen him on screen. You don't get praise like that from someone like Cruz unless something rare is happening. And you don't sign up for a role like this unless you're ready to bleed for it. Let's talk about the man pulling the strings, French filmmaker Julian Kitzera. You probably haven't heard his name yet, but you will. He's not your typical big studio director. His vision is moody, minimalist, drenched in atmosphere. And for Daydrinker, he went all in. The film was shot almost entirely in Portugal, using natural lighting, gritty textures, and real bars and alleyways to capture the raw European aesthetic. No sets, no Hollywood polish. The score? A haunting jazz-infused pulse that practically becomes its own character. Every frame looks like it was painted in grief. It's not loud, it's not fast, but it stays with you, like a bruise you can't explain. Let's not pretend Depp's recent years have been easy. The legal battles, the media circus, the career stall. He went from global heartthrob to walking headline. And while much of the internet either picked sides or checked out, Johnny went quiet and strategic. He started rebuilding not through blockbusters but through art. His role in Jean du Barry as King Louis XV wasn't just a European experiment. It was a sign. Depp was done chasing franchises. He wanted characters. And now Daydrinker picks up right where that left off. This isn't about ego anymore. It's about redemption, authenticity, maybe even healing. People who've seen early cuts of Daydrinker aren't whispering, they're shouting. The word. Depp is back. And not just back, but better. Insiders say his performance is unsettlingly real. Emotional without being dramatic. Quiet without being boring. There's pain behind every glance, every silence, every slow sip of whiskey. And Cruz? She matches him note for note. There's already talk of nominations, film festivals, critic circles, maybe even the big one, Oscar season. But hey, what do you think? Is this Depp's ultimate return? Or just another moody detour? Hit like, subscribe for more raw Hollywood stories, and let me know your hot take in the comments. You can't watch Depp in this role and not feel like he's channeling something real. The grief, the addiction, the isolation. It's not hard to see the connection between the character's breakdown and Depp's own public struggles. Daydrinker doesn't just blur the line between fiction and reality. It smashes it. And that's what makes it so powerful. We're not watching a character. We're watching a man excavate his own pain, put it on screen, and dare us to look away. It's like emotional rehab in 4K. Daydrinker isn't just a film. It's a turning point. If it lands, it could redefine Depp for a whole new generation. Not as Jack Sparrow, not as the Mad Hatter, but as an actor who stripped everything away and started over. And if it flops, well, it might be his final act. Because roles like this don't come easy and chances like this don't come twice. But from everything we've seen, he's not just surviving, he's evolving. So what's your verdict? Is Daydrinker going to mark the rebirth of Johnny Depp? Or is this just a haunting swan song? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button if you want more deep dives like this, and subscribe for the real stories behind Hollywood's biggest transformations. Because we're just getting started. Oh, and keep an eye out. When Daydrinker premieres, things might never be the same again.